I know I haven't uploaded in a couple of months, and I know this is kind of a wild topic to hop back onto the channel with, but let me explain for like a little background. I wanted to make this video for a long time. I just didn't know how to approach it. I still don't, honestly, not only for what needs to be said, but also, you know, like what can I say on this platform? Two, a lot of just life stuff going on. They're building a house next to my house. I had a roof built. So for, you know, like a good portion of time, it was just either R&B music or mariachi music or just jackhammers and stuff just going on through like all parts of the day. So, you know, I can't really record anything with that. Three, kind of just been a mess mentally. Not necessarily because of, you know, what this video is about, but just stuff. But I'll save all that for another day. Last month was Essay Awareness Month, so naturally I would want to do it then, but it doesn't matter when I do it, honestly, because it needs to be said, and these are things that need to be heard at all points of the year, whenever. You're a person and this video and this topic is something that, you know, impacted you personally, something that's, you know, like happened in your life. There are multiple hotlines you can go to. You are not alone in this sort of instance, and you are not any less of a man for what may have happened to you in your past. Just getting that out of the way now. Not necessarily going to delve into all the details of what happened to me in my situation in the past, but because I mean, we don't really get anywhere with that. But I do want to talk about the after effects of it and things that people may, you know, relate to. At the end of the day, for anybody, if you were ever put in a position where you had a lack of control and you were in a very vulnerable state, that moment or those moments last with you for a very long time. And, you know, especially as men, when the world will test your masculinity in all sorts of other ways, having a moment like this happen to you just hits that much harder. And I'd say the song that YG dropped a couple months ago really highlights that feeling and that topic very, very well.
2004. When I was young, I got 5 bitches twice my age. When I was young, I got
crazy. Crazy.
Take it easy, fella. Take it easy. That's the first bar. That's a whole lot of trauma to unpack within the first bar. I'm gonna offer you my sympathy first and foremost. You know what I mean? I sympathize with you. I'm sorry that happened to you, my brother. But that shit was fucking crazy.
Some of the things that he said in that song, you know, sadly ended up resonating with me. You know, just developing such a unhealthy relationship with sex in the future because of something that happened to you when you were younger. And for years, something that happened so long ago in my life still resonates with me with how hard it is to battle lust ultimately. So many men don't come up and do what YG did, or to an extent what I'm doing right now, because of a multitude of reasons. We have a lot of pride. We don't want to be viewed as weak. We don't want to be looked at as a victim in any sort of way. If you've been here before and you've seen some of my content in the past, you would see the passion that I have about, you know, topics centered around sex, sexualness, and things of that nature. I think people doing OnlyFans are nearly parallel to people who sell crack to their community. I think the adult film industry now more than ever is ruining lives, even families. I think it's time as a collective we stop ignoring the long-term effects of sexual abuse and how it could lead to a lust addiction, which could lead into a multitude of other things, which produces people like R. Kelly and Diddy. And most importantly, I think there should be a much louder dialogue for people like YG. If this video does anything, if this reaches anybody, I hope that it reaches at least one person who needed to hear this, someone who's been affected in years prior, and I hope the best for you. I really do. I hope you get the help that you need. I hope you don't fall into any sort of dark path that thousands and thousands of people do. That'll be it for this video. Second channel going up next month. Content changes on this channel. I'll detail all of that later. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you.